Hello and welcome back to Seaside Garage and the A112 Abarth. It's such a fun car on these small roads that I live on. The power is perfectly balanced for these roads actually. But I'm having an issue. The car got a shake at around 80 kilometers and again at around 110 kilometers per hour motorway speed or highway speed. It's annoying. It really points towards a wheel being out of balance, and it really feels like it's the right front tire. But let's try to balance the Abarth wheel on the BEISSBARTH. So I'm getting ready to test it now. This is the right rear wheel. Remember, I expected to be the right front wheel. So I have decided to actually test all of them and then see how bad it is. Let's try it. Well, that doesn't look too good, does it? This seems rather out of balance. Ooh. That's a lot. But this tire needs to be balanced as well. I'm just going to test the right front that I suspect to be bad and then start balancing them. So I just finished checking the other wheel, the one that I suspect to be bad, and the results are right here. This is the one, this is from the rear, and this is from the front that I suspect to be bad. And they are almost identical, but it is larger at the front. Oh, actually it's a bit larger. Now I'm just going to balance the wheel the way I did it previously on this machine. I will also do it to the wheels on the other side. I will take all the old weights off, clean the inside up, and then balancing them with the method that I used before, and then go out on the road again. Then we will know if it works or not. So this is the tire that I'm suspecting giving all the vibrations, and this is quite interesting because this was the mark before I took off the weights. Rather big, and maybe I should add around 10 or 15 grams somewhere according to this. But I took all the old weights off, of course, to rebalance it. And I have actually only done the static balancing so far, and it is spot on. I have put on 10 grams on the inside of the rim right now, and I took off 10 grams on the inside, but I also took off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 25 grams on the inside diameter on this wheel. And as you can see right now, it is perfect, spot on, only with the 10 grams on the inside of the rim and nothing on the outside. This is interesting. I don't know why this is, how it got this much out of balance. Maybe it was curved slightly or something like that. Could also be that it's not been balanced after new tires was fitted. What is kind of weird, let me show you that. I know this car got new tires a year or two back, not by me, but by the previous owner. And this is the weight on the wheel that I did prior to this, and this is the weight on this one, and they are not the same. This is rounded off. I don't know if you can see it. And this is completely square. So if the tire shop actually balanced the wheels, they must have used different weight blocks, or maybe they forgot this one. I think they forgot this one. But it's perfect right now. It's completely perfect. And this is with 25 grams less on the rim than before. That's interesting. And I'm just going to take you a bit closer. This is what you want to see. Just a small dot. And before, it was like this. Did they forget to balance this wheel? I think so. Well, I'm going to do the rest and fit it back to the car. I have already done the rear. I'm doing the front right now. The one that I suspect is the culprit. But I'm also going to check the other ones and then take you back. Well, maybe this is the problem. Jesus Christ. So this is the left front wheel. I was expecting the shake to come from the right, and maybe it did a little bit, but this is not good. I'm going to take it off and remove all the weights and then start from scratch. So a lot of weight is put on this wheel, and no surprise there because I took a lot off and the balance was extremely bad. It should be good now, but let's test. So all done. I laid the wheels out like they are arranged on the car. This is the front end and this is the rear end. This was the side that I was expecting the shake to come from, but I think it's more likely it's from here. But the front right looked like this before starting to calibrate it. And then it looks like this, just a little spot. That's perfect. The rear one looked like this, also out of balance by a bit. And in the end, it looks like this. Still slightly out of balance, but that is in between weights, so I can't do much about that. The left rear is actually as well slightly out of balance, but I can't do anything about that. But this was just how it was when I took it off, so I have done nothing to this wheel. And then this one, the culprit, I think it's safe to say. It's a nice drawing. Looks pretty cool. Then I tried a bit and got it better, but not all good. And then in the end, I got it to this stage. And that is perfectly acceptable. So I think the shaking problem should be done. But let's take it for a spin and test it out. So far so good. It feels completely perfect. Well, almost. It is still an old car, but it's not shaking just yet. I don't know if I maybe should put the really unbalanced wheel on the rear axle. Something tells me that's a better idea. I mean, the wheel that was really out of balance and needed a lot of weights, maybe it would be a good idea to put that on the back. So now here comes the highway, and now it's time to get it up to speed and see how it feels at 80 and slightly above. Oh, this is really good. There is still shaking right here, but it is way better. and it's not necessarily the wheels that are doing the shaking now. There is a bit still from the front end, it feels like. So I am tempted to try to put the really out of balance wheel on the rear and see if that helps. But I think this is a good result. Good enough for me at least. I love that machine. It's perfect for the way that I like to work. And it makes it possible to do stuff like this myself. That's great. I'm happy with this result. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.